Hey guys, it's Kat. Welcome back to my channel. For the past few weeks on my blog, I've been posting sort of journal-like entries into my writing process. Mostly it's a rant on my problems of the week, like what exactly has been bothering me and just things. I just thought it was kind of therapeutic. So this week I thought I would do something different. This video is all about writing confessions. I've tried outlining and it has not gone well for me. The first time I tried to outline properly, I wrote about 3 or 4 pages in depth, like proper, this is what is going to happen. And by the time I got around to actually wanting to write the story, I was bored. I wrote more in the outline than I ever did in the story itself. So from then on, I realised that it's no point trying to outline. I work better, well, ish. I work better just making it up as I go along. I try and write like bullet points for what sort of things happen. It turns out like my videos do, that I try and do that and I just end up sputtering the whole way through. So it's just easier if I just do it when the inspiration comes and I can just flow. Like, for instance, I'm not going to go too in depth, but for instance, the story that I'm writing at the moment, when I first started it, I managed to write 8,500 words in one night. Now I don't manage to do that. It usually takes like a week to get that much. So I was really pleased with myself. But that is what happens when the inspiration strikes, when I'm suddenly motivated to write. Other times I struggle to just do like 500 words. It isn't my thing, and I know you call it writing by the seat of your pants, but personally I don't like that phrase. I think it just works better when you're American because you call your trousers pants. It just sounds wrong over here. I don't like doing research. I don't. And I know sometimes that is the more favourable part of writing for some writers, authors, whatever. I find that if I'm writing a story that involves even the tiniest thing where you need to kind of get it accurate, I just sort of skim it, sort of make it up. Usually it's nothing like technical. It's not like anything that has to be precise or in-depth. But I don't like researching because I find it kind of distracts me. I already have enough distractions anyway for things, and it doesn't take a lot to take me out of the writing mode. So if I have to Google something, I could end up being distracted for hours and not get any writing done, and if I don't get any writing done, I'll never get it done. So mostly the stories that I write don't involve anything that needs researching because it is literally all just made up from out of something in my imagination. Another sort of confession, but I wouldn't say it was anything new, is that I have got at least 20 stories that I have maybe half written. I think it might be more. I mean, my last hard drive died, so I lost a lot of stuff because I couldn't save it onto my time machine, hard drive thingy. So I lost a few stuff from that. A lot of it was just crap, but at the same time I was really gutted because there was a few storylines that I liked. I did manage to save a lot, but again, so it was probably working out at like 35 plus story ideas that I'd come up with. Some of them I'd written maybe 3,000 words, some of them I had written like 45,000 words and never finished. And it kind of bums me out because he puts like a doubt in my mind, making me think that I won't be able to finish anything because I will always forever give up. And half the time it's not that I'm giving up, it's that I get bored or I get just distracted by another idea and then I just forget about the other one. Especially when I find issues with plots. Like, I used to find that I could start a story. Oh, starting ideas is no problem for me. I find piss easy to write. But the challenge is I have to get, if I can get past chapter 3, then I'm fine. ish, but then I usually get past chapter 3 and then I get to, it's usually around the 20,000 mark that I realise, actually now I have to involve plot, and plot is the thing of nightmares, because of course I haven't outlined anything, so I don't know where it's going. And even when I do outlines, because for my last story I did sort of, even though I was like a good few thousand words in, I did outlines, like bullet points, like so is going to do this. I did that. But then as I was writing, I would forget to look at what I put in the bullet points, and then I went back to the bullet points and think, oops, I've not included any of that. So yeah, again, not great. And that is how most of my stories have worked out. Like I've got to at least 35,000, if that. And sometimes I actually really enjoy the story. Another thing that gets to me is when I might finish a first draft of a story and then it will come to editing and I kind of get put off because I don't like the editing process. I really don't. Because what bugs me is, I know it's the same for everyone, but when you take out a paragraph because it doesn't fit, or for whatever reason, but then you write in another load of words, you think, okay, my word count's going up now, but then you have to take out the next lot because that doesn't obviously fit with what you've just written. So then your word count goes down, and then you do another, your word count goes up, and it just fluctuates so much, and it's so, for me, it's very disheartening because I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. And I'm like, well, I've just written the story, why can't I just keep it the way it is? Like I finished one, I did actually write the first draft. I call it the Alex Black draft because the character's name was Alex Black. That was one of my better ideas. It was very close to my heart and I miss it. I want to go back to it sometime. But a lot of the stories that I've written, I've sort of left them because they're not, like, I feel like I've improved since. And also I have so many different genres ideas. Like I've got fantasy, I've got contemporary, I've got horror-ish, I wouldn't say horror. I've tried alien, I've tried ghosts, I've tried all sorts of different categories and genres, the adult and young adult and children. And I think in a way I'm sort of just trying to find my groove, but it's taking too freaking long, so I don't really know when it's gonna get to. So far I feel like I found the one, but at the same time I feel that way about everything. Probably, again, not a big surprise, but I find that usually I have to read that genre that I'm writing. I have to read books that are in that sort of mind, because it then gets my mind, like, jump starts into the right frame of mind to write that genre. I know a lot of authors can't read the books that, you know, if they're writing contemporary they have to read fantasy, you know, if they're writing fantasy they have to read something like history or contemporary. So I understand that you sometimes have to read different, but to me I find if I'm reading different I don't get in the right spirit. I think really that is it as to like my confessions, so to speak. I feel like talking about it helps my state of mind. Maybe not as much as I want it to, but you know, overall. And I might do more of these videos. For the past 3 weeks I've done blog posts, but I'm gonna incorporate this one in with my blog post. And I might do another video next week, but mostly it'll probably just be written. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe if you haven't already, and do that notification bell thingy bob if you're interested, because I'm very much trying to get on a good schedule. I will not miss another Saturday. I will see you soon with another video.